So a very subtle and build-up episode this week with Fate Stay Night. Not the most hoorah episode, more so giving, again, more advancements slowly to the plot and kind of setting things up. But I definitely got to say, one of the things about this episode that I really liked is that it showcased Saber's pride. That even though, she was on the opposition of Ryder, and Ryder was one of her adversaries, so to speak, ultimately she still had enough respect to say, what are you talking about? And, tell Archer basically to fuck off when he was talking down about her, like, oh yeah, she was pathetic and everything. And that kind of shows a lot of her character and how much of a prideful person overall she is, and how she respects people ultimately when they're warriors, regardless of what may happen to them. Unless they're like the scum of the earth, then I think she won't necessarily disrespect them, but I don't think she'd jump in immediately to defend somebody that is just like an absolute dirty, diabolical pile of shit. But the way she just came out to defend Ryder, I felt that once again shows how much of an interesting character she is, that no matter what, even if that was one of her opponents and adversaries, she's still going to say, you know what, have some fucking respect or I'll pimp smack you. So Shinji, once again, butthurt as ever, running to Kotomine, and I ain't gonna lie, like, I think anyone by now can tell that there's something dark about Kotomine. Like, he was one step away from going, woohoo, and twirling his mustache or something in this episode. So there's definitely, like, a dark aura around him, so to speak, and I was just thinking to myself, like, yo, Shinji, sit down. Like, when he went over there, at first he was like, yeah, protect me or whatever, and, by all means, but you could definitely see that there's something shady as well when he's there, like, Kotomine is, like, whispering in his ear, so to speak, hey, you can keep going, even though he already wanted out of the competition, and he was kind of, like, provoking him to continue when he's supposed to be the regulator. He's supposed to be the one that, he's neutral to everything. He has no, say in the war, so to speak. He's just supposed to sit there, and if somebody comes, he's supposed to protect them, but he was egging him on, so you can already see that there's something seriously wrong with him, and the fact that he offered him up another servant, even though the shitlord, this little fuckhead, is supposed to be out of the war, really speaks volumes about Kotomine. I think anybody can tell at this point that he's up to some shady shit at the very least. So him offering him another servant, it gotta make you think, okay, how the fuck is he doing that? What servant could he possibly be offering him? And why is he doing all this? What does he have to gain out of all this? Like, so a lot of questions definitely built up with the Kotomine Shinji situation, and in all honesty, I just want to see Shinji get fucking beat to death or some shit. Like, can Berserker just come and fucking hit him one time or something, please? Thank you. And then I ain't gonna lie, that was one of the most awkward and embarrassing situations when Shirou went to check his friend Issei to see if he's a master or not. If I was Issei, personally, I would have knocked the fuck out of Shirou. And in all honesty, he gotta have some balls to do that again. This is why this Shirou, in my opinion, is far more of an enjoyable character or more respectable character than the Shirou from, like, other series. Because in this one, he's like, he just walks in and he's like, strip naked now. I need to see something. And the dude is like, what the fuck? And he ultimately forced the dude to do that just to see if he had one of the seals on him or whatnot. So, first of all, this Shirou, brave as a motherfucker. Second of all, this Issei dude should have knocked the shit out of him for that. It's like, he violated you, bro. He violated you. And it just overall felt really awkward and kind of like a little wannabe yaoi moment or something, like, ooh. And then also a little bit more kind of hinting with romance between Rin and Shirou. If you notice a little bit more of her character, when she was basically like, oh no, if you said that he checked out, then I believe you. I believe what you have to say. You're not going to lie to me and everything. You can see that her personality, while at times she does come across as tsundere and bitchy, that's mainly her immature nature, that she doesn't know how to react to some of these feelings. But ultimately, you can see at times she's like very nice and chill, and she's not like that with everyone else. So Rin definitely has some feelings, and vice versa with Shirou. Even if it's smaller on Shirou's side, you could definitely see that he has some sort of liking to her at the very least. And also setting up that there's something very off with that guy with the blonde hair, and why was he at Sakura's house. So again, a lot of build-up and foreshadowing for later events. Personally, one of my favorite moments, and I think one of the best moments, was once again kind of peeking into some of the backstories. For starters, when Rin was talking about being separated with somebody, it kind of made you wonder, okay, what's up with her past? A little foreshadowing there. And then the whole thing with Shirou, learning a little bit more about him wanting to be a hero. First of all, I was thinking academia, people know. But second of all, I was really thinking to myself, like, definitely showcase that Shirou really looks up to Kiritsugu. Like, a lot of his ways and everything. If you look at some of the scenes, Kiritsugu talking about heroes and, Shirou talking about heroes and everything, you can definitely see that it tributes a lot from his father. Like, finding out that Shirou, when he was younger, he would do everything for anybody, and kind of getting a little more of the value system that Kiritsugu had. You can see he was an amazing person. And when me personally, from watching Fate Zero, watching this, when I see any sort of scene with Kiritsugu or hear about him, it always gets me in the feels. I don't know why. That character is just so fucking amazing. If you haven't watched Fate Zero, after you watch Fate Stay Night, go watch it. I will say that in every review. I don't give a fuck because Fate Zero is that goddamn amazing. And overall, a good episode for the most part. A lot of setup and build up, a little more foreshadowing and a little bit of characterization for some of the characters, but that was about it. I'm gonna give this one a 7 out of 10. Good stuff. Looking forward to some more. And yeah, really enjoyable. But let me know what you thought of the episode. What do you think about some of the build up? What do you think about, Ren's past? Do you think there's something that you kind of understand for anime-only viewers? Also, what do you think about Shirou? Why? Even more so than just like following his father's footsteps. What do you think is this big urge that he has to be a hero? And what do you think is going on with Shinji right now? What serving thing he's going to get? And do you think he's going to come back stronger than ever? And, likewise with Kotomine, what do you think is his whole gain and everything? A lot of questions this episode set up. So again, a good setup episode. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that'd be awesome. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.